thrilled to be here to introduce to you our marketing vacation this week. So I told her I was going to step in and be our MC for our webinar this afternoon. And I am happy to introduce to you Diane Hall. And Diane is with a company called Promotions Plus. It is her company. And she's going to talk to us about how do we build our brand. And as we know, in our local communities, it's important that people get to know who we are and they know to call us when they have a need for what we offer. And so Diane's going to share with us some really cool things in our partnership that we have with KHI and Promotions Plus, how we can help you build your brand. So Diane, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you and just remind folks that they can ask questions, type it into the question box. They can raise a hand if you want to try to ask a live question. I'll keep an eye on that. We'll probably just go ahead and take questions at the end like we normally do. And as always, we'll have this out on our website for those that maybe weren't able to join us from your office, or you can listen to it at another time. So, okay, with that, Diane, I'll go ahead and turn it over to you.
Great. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everyone, for attending. I know how hard it is to get away from your day-to-day business, but I think you should find this as a great investment of your time today, and hopefully we can answer any questions you have about using promotional products as part of your marketing mix. So some of the things we're going to cover today, why promotional products should be part of your marketing mix, selecting the right product to deliver your message. We'll talk about some of the latest trends, and then I'll sprinkle in a few case histories. So get started here. People will sometimes ask me what exactly is a promotional product. Well, a promotional product can be any item that is useful, that carries an imprinted message, and is given freely and without obligation. Closely related to that are premiums, which can carry an imprint but don't have to. A lot of times you'll see those as a result of an action such as a gift with purchase. But we're just going to focus on promotional products today. One thing promotional products are not, they are not trinkets, they're not giveaways, they're not tchotchkes. I just cringe when I hear those words because they don't reflect the value of your business and service. And you want to make sure that any promotional product that you use is reflecting that. It's an extension of your image, it's who you are, it's what you represent to your customers. So we always try to keep that in mind when we're talking about promotional products, because it really is a reflection of your image. Apparel is the largest category in the promotional products industries. Advertisers use apparel to stand out at a trade show. They can create awareness with their local market. You can wear them to ball games. You can wear them to school functions. You can wear them out to dinner. They also use them as gifts for top customers. It's become a real lifestyle item that people wear just everywhere. You always see imprinted apparel everywhere you go. Some statistics about promotional products, just to show you the power of them, the value of them, is that the recall of the advertiser's name is really very high for promotional products. It's up to 85%. When I work with customers, the first thing I ask them when we're trying to figure out how to get this into their marketing is, where's your customer prospect going to be when they need your product or service? Are they going to be in their home? Are they going to be in their car? Are they going to be in their office? Where is it that's going to have the most reach for them when they think, gosh, I need to upgrade my insurance, I need a review, I need to talk to someone about this problem, I need some help understanding these things. So where are they going to be? For example, you might be trying to reach families with children. You want to build that part of your client base. One thing that you could do was to brand a write-on wipe-off board that has a reusable calendar on it that would stick on the refrigerator in someone's home. You can ask your local school if they can hand them out for you on Parents' Night. That gets them in the hands of all the people that you're trying to reach. Plus, it stays in the home. It's viewed every day. It's used by multiple people. People who come over to visit that family will see it and see your brand as well. They also think it's a great item because it helps them stay organized. And when they need you, that's where they're going to find your name. Promotional products are known to have a lot of longevity, especially when you compare those to newspaper and radio advertising. Some products can be kept for literally for years. In many cases, when someone has a promotional product, they will give it to someone else, so your brand exposure is doubled. And this can be a little bit hard to read at this size, so if you want a copy of it to review later, you can shoot me an email. My contact information will be on the last slide, and I'll be happy to get that to you. But I wanted to include it because I feel it's important. When you compare calendars against other advertising mediums, you can see their effectiveness, and that's just one promotional product. But on the left are the different media types, and along the top are the categories that they were measured against. And on the right side, it shows you the total of the scores for how each form of advertising rates. You can see that calendars provide a very high return on your investment for meeting the most criteria there when you're comparing the different measures of effectiveness. One thing about promotional products is that they can be a call to action. 37% of people who receive a product from a company that they hadn't done business with before will likely do business with them in the future. So if you're wanting to drive people to your website or to educate them, promotional products are a great way to do that and a very targeted manner in which to accomplish that as well. So most of you are probably sitting at your desk watching this webinar. So I'd like you to take a look around and see how many promotional products you have there. Are they on your desk, in your wall? Could they be in your kitchen, in your closet? How many times have you looked at each of those items? The average cost per impression is 6 cents. What that means is when your brand or message gets viewed, it's only costing you 6 cents to make that impression upon someone. So it's very, very cost effective for getting your message out and getting it reviewed multiple times. One example of that are bags. That could be anything from backpacks to grocery totes to briefcases, etc. A bag can generate over 5,000 impressions during its life. Well, so far we've talked about the value of promotional products and what that can bring when incorporated into your marketing mix. But now you might be ready to consider purchasing some. So what I want to talk about now is how I can help you accomplish that in the most cost-effective, valuable way that it can be for you. I can be the source for you in generating ideas, talking about creative distribution methods, how to co-brand, just to name a few of the things that I can help with. Along with that, I wanted to let you know that we have a really very strong sourcing background that gives you the most value for your marketing investment. I can help you match the right product to the right audience and provide quality at a competitive price. One of the things that has become really very important in our industry and in many industries lately is product safety, and that's what we're talking about, product compliance. One story I have is a customer was going to get water bottles from me for all their customers. They had 3 different locations to do this. And when they had found one online, they wanted me to find something comparable to. Well, I had found that exact water bottle online, but I couldn't access a compliance safety certificate for it. The company didn't have one. They had not done any testing on the safety of this water bottle. So I went back to the customer and I said, I'm sorry, I'm just not comfortable providing that bottle to you because I can't get the factory's safety compliance certificate. And she said, you know, it's funny that you say that because we had bought some bottles somewhere else in the past and we got a notice from the supplier that they could not be used to drink out of. And I thought, well, what a terrible thing to invest all that money in water bottles that nobody can drink water out of. So we ended up selecting a different bottle. We were able to get the safety compliance certificate from the manufacturer, and she knows that all of the employees that are going to be drinking from those are going to be safe and not have any problems with that. One thing I love about this industry is that something new is always out on the horizon. I monitor these trends so I can bring you the newest ideas that are appropriate for your marketing goals. Some of the things that are trending now are tech accessories like power banks, charging kits, Bluetooth speakers, phone wallets. There's just a ton of things that are very, very tech savvy. They make your life easier, and then they all carry your brand, which really means that it travels and is seen by lots and lots of people. Another trend is items with a retail look. You'll see lots of apparel that's just gotten away from the plain old polo shirts for work. There's lots of fashion shirts that can be branded. We can do co-branding with the North Face and Columbia and Eddie Bauer and different brands like that. Some of those started in retail and have come to the promotional products industry because they see the value of that. It's creating more exposure for their advertisers, and advertisers are seeing the value of co-branding along with those popular brands as well. A few more examples are Nike Golf, WD-40. You can actually co-brand with WD-40. High Sierra is a nice retail brand. 3M, Maglite, Cutter & Buck, just to name a few. There are lots of them that have gone from the retail market to the promotional products market. Another trend is unique printing processes. Full color printing has really come around. It used to be $300–400 to set up for full color printing. It's down to just regular setup charges of anywhere from $15 to $40. Complete wraparound imprints on mugs and pens, oversized imprints on shirts. We can actually print in a clear ink that looks like droplets of water. There's just so many trendy imprinting methods with the right logo and the right message. It's really an attention getter. It's really going to stand out from other people that you're competing with in your market. So one of the ways that we help our clients get the most return on their marketing investment is to help them with ideas on how to distribute the products that you receive. Because there's nothing worse than me following up with a customer in a few months to kind of see how things are going, see what results they're getting from their marketing efforts. And they say, oh, well, we used them for one event, but the rest of the box is still sitting in our supply closet. They're not going to do any good sitting in your supply closet. You've made that investment. It's time to get them out and get them in the right hands, which is exactly what you intended to do in the first place. So that's where I can come back in, help you figure out what is going to get those out there and elicit the action that you intended for those. One example is that a client of mine had decided last minute to attend a trade show. Well, they had waited so long and there was no booth space available. So we had the idea that maybe they could just get something in all of the attendees' hands anyway, and then they could make the contacts through that manner. So what we did is contacted the organizer of the event and asked them if they could provide pens for everyone to sign up the registration forms, because there were tables all out, registration forms on that. People would sign up there and then take it up to pay to get into the trade show. So that client, through very minimal investment, was able to reach 3,000 prospects in one day just by having their pens on the registration tables. They collected what was left over at the end, and they're only about 25% of all the pens that they had put out for the beginning of that event. So that worked out very well for them for a last-minute option. So when you're thinking about your promotional marketing, I'd like you to remember that you're not buying a promotional product. You're buying the benefits that they deliver. It's the thing that will share your company's brand, and it's a gift that commemorates your values and promises, and when people want to have a stronger relationship with you. One other thing that I had asked, I don't know if you saw the invite, I told everyone that I would have a free gift for everyone who attended today. And what I'm going to do is to provide you with a personalized, an image-personalized calendar. When you get that, you'll be able to see your name in the photographs on the calendar. I'm going to follow up with you after you've had a chance to take a look at that, see what you thought of that, see if that might be a possibility for your clients, or to see what other opportunities you would like to take advantage of, and work with KHI through their branded site and see how we can help you expand your market. Lynn?
Yes, thanks, Diane. Well, listen, with everybody on the call, I'm going to take back the desktop here from Diane, and I want to show you guys how you can access the website that we have set up on KHI, on the KHI agent site. So hopefully, and Diane, I'm going to guess if you can see my screen, they can.
Yes, I can.
Okay, let me go back here. So I'm on our agent portal. This is khiagents.com. And you can get here either through khiSolutions.com or directly at khiagents.com. You guys, I think, know that. When you go to Agent Solutions, you go to Marketing Solutions, and you can hopefully just follow along on my screen, and come down to Promotional Merchandise. So once you hit Promotional Merchandise, my internet speed has been really slow today, so we'll give it a second to, it should then pop over to, here it goes, finally, to the promotional products site. And I'll tell you, use Diane here. You can peruse the site, but I think her offer to help you guys to just say, talk to me about what your goal is. What do you want to do? What are you trying to accomplish? And I love some of the questions she asked in the beginning. Where are clients when they realize they need your products? Where are they? That would help her, help you figure out what might be best, or if you have a special event coming up. But notice here, this is the site, and you can shop all of the, look at all the stuff that Diane has access to for us. And so I would take a look at that, and as you're thinking about your questions, as you're thinking about what kind of questions that you want to ask for Diane.
If anyone has a specific challenge, maybe they, trying to break into a particular area, or or maybe they've used promotional products in the past and they didn't see any results from it, or if there's any kind of challenge that you're facing, just throw it out there, because if you have the question, probably somebody else on the call has it too. Lynn, while people are digesting that, or trying to think of their question, or trying to formulate that, I wanted to just talk a little bit about why customers leave, or why they might not purchase from you in the first place. But the main reason why customers leave is that 1% die, 3% move away, 5% do business with a friend or a family member in the same business, 9% buy only on price. A controllable factor is that 14% leave because they feel a grievance wasn't handled properly, but 68% leave because they feel that you take them for granted. And I think that is key in remembering that what you always hear, that it costs 5 times as much to get a new customer as it does to keep your existing ones. So one of the great things about promotional products is a form of advertising that always elicits a thank you. I never say thank you when I hear a radio commercial. I never say thank you when I see a newspaper ad. But if somebody hands me something, I always say thank you for that. And I think it shows the appreciation for the customers that you do have. Plus, there's that reaching benefit of, they have a positive impression about you. They're going to share that. They're going to use that out and about. I think it's a really important factor to keep in mind when you are looking at your customer base. Lynn, are there any questions yet?
Yep, taking a look here to see if we've got any questions, and I'm really not seeing any, or if anybody's raised a hand. I know Sherry for a minute didn't see the screen, but now she got it, so that's good.
Yeah, it took me a minute to get the screen as well.
Okay. Yep. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Yeah. So I think, I just want to reiterate what Diane said. I think this can be one of those areas that we forget about, and we don't think about it. We think about, how am I going to find more customers, and do I have to do a direct mail, or I need to do cold calling, or what am I going to do? But even if you're in some kind of a networking group, you can have some things on hand that just make sure you hand to those folks. You just never know where they're going to be when they're going to need your service. So as you know, take a look at kind of some of the things that KHI has done. And working through Diane, we of course have our pens, and we keep buying more pens, and we try to give out pens as often as we can to you, so that and anybody that will take our pens. And then we did our coffee mugs as kind of a thank you gift last fall. We got those, so those we got through here, and you can see where those are at on the website. Let's see. And Kurt says no questions. But yeah, Kurt just says no questions, but thank you in advance for the calendar. And wait till you guys see it, because it is so cool. And go ahead, Diane.
Oh, I was just going to interject there. When you're talking about networking, so many people hand their business cards out. So if you go to networking, you go home with a stack of cards, go back to your office, and they sit on your desk. And eventually you might get to that stack, and it's like, where did I meet them? What was that? Business cards are so common that they just don't have an impact. But you could hand out a lens cloth that's in a little plastic case that's the size of a business card, and people are going to have that. They're going to use that. But, they can keep it in their business card case until they get home to put the rest of those cards out on the huge stack that they already have. But they're going to pull yours out, put it wherever they need to clean their glasses, clean their cell phone, clean their computer screen, and then they're going to know to look for that when they need your product or service. Because that's always the thing I say about business cards. Nobody's probably going to buy insurance from you on the spot, but when they want to make a change, then they're going to be able to track you down, and it's not going to be by your business card most of the time.
Good point. Yep, good point. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing any other questions. Anything else I guess you want to add as we wrap up, Diane?
Well, I just wanted to offer myself as a resource for you. People are sometimes feel funny about calling someone that they don't know, so please don't feel that way at all. I'd like to feel like I'm part of the KHI family. Lynn and I have been working together for quite some time, and Darcy and I work together as well, and so I just want to be an extension of their marketing department for you. It's no cost to you to call and pick my brain, to ask me for ideas on what I think that you should do to break into different markets or to reach different people, or what to use for holiday gifts, or any kind of challenge that you might be facing. Please feel free to give me a call, and I'm happy to throw ideas around with you.
Great. All right. Well, thanks again, Diane, and thank you everyone for participating. And Diane will be following up with you, as I said, to get you your gift. Great. And also to see if there's any way that she can help. So
fantastic. Thank you all very much.
Okay. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.